from the Reedman Studios in Fairport. When your midlife crisis screams Porsche, but your wallet only allows Kia. It's Billified, the Bill Moran podcast.
Well, hello, and welcome to episode 4. The Porsche. Went down to a little speed shot today, and I saw some beautiful Porsches. They build them out for racing.
Oh, where'd you see him?
Little speed shop. You ever heard of that?
No.
It's off Mount Reed. It's owned by Kevin Van Valkenburg, and Kevin was a certified BMW mechanic and left and started his own business. And so there's a lot of rich guys in town, doctors who like to race, and Kevin almost offers. You know, I grew up in 90 miles outside of Manhattan. You had a lot of rich people. Like I worked for a guy who handled the Harvard endowment, and he turned it into like millions and millions of dollars. I think the guys who were handling the Harvard endowment were making profits of $4 million.
Oh, chump change.
Right. And his wife was a freelance writer for Time. So they had this big, beautiful house, and I would do all kinds of different stuff. I'd watch their kids. I mowed their lawn. I dug holes.
How much did you get per hour?
I think back then to babysit, I thought they were paying, I want to say $15 an hour.
Oh my God.
I know that sounds ridiculous because that's what I remember.
Legit.
I think maybe it was $8 to watch the kids, and it was $15 because if I was digging holes for trees or. So here's what I was going to say. They used to have progressive dinners where you would start. You have the appetizers at one person's house, and then you go to the next house. But they traveled through trails on horseback.
Well, excuse us.
So I used to go help Mrs. Meyer clear the trails.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they had horses and stuff. But this is what like Van Valkenburg kind of has the same thing. Guys store their cars there. So there's like a Ferrari that comes right off the assembly line built for racing. Kevin will trailer it down to Watkins Glen. The guy that owns it is a dentist in Long Island. He flies in. He does a couple of laps, and he goes home. Kevin packs it up.
People can't see my eyes are rolling in the back of my head.
See that? Look, I said this on the first podcast. I don't know if you were here. I was wondering what level of rich Kanye West is. When I worked, I was 15. I had a job cleaning up construction sites. And there was this guy, Toby, and Toby they were building this big, beautiful octagon house, and I used to just go around and sweep. Like I was even up on the roof before they laid the tar paper at 15. OSHA would have never gone for this. Sweeping the sawdust off the plywood roof. You would fall on your ass. Like they had me go up there and sweep so the guys could come up and then.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So they're building this octagon house, and I'm like, man, these guys must be rich. He goes, there's 3 levels of rich. There's fuck you rich, and then there's fuck me rich.
Oh, I heard you say this. Yeah.
And the fuck me rich, I always go, that's Galisano. Because if he's fighting goose shit on his front yard and he's going to lose, it's fuck me rich. He didn't care.
What do you mean he's fighting goose shit on his front yard?
There was so much goose shit on his yard, in his yard on Canandaigua Lake, that he sued the town for not controlling the goose population, saying, I can't use my yard. Well, that's, but there are other people who have homes like that going, we need a way to control the goose population. And he was pissed off, so he sued. He lost. He lost.
You can't possibly do that. I mean, how do you do that?
He lost a shit ton of goose ton money. I'm pretty sure that's why he lost a goose ton.
Yeah, but how do you?
I don't know.
I know you don't know, but I'm just saying, like, how do you can't control that? It's like the deer population you can control because there's a hunting season.
No, you can kill a goose. They're fucking nasty. You can't keep Canada goose? And they're not Canadian goose, by the way. They're Canada geese or Canada goose. You can't.
No, they're protected.
By whom?
U.S. Wildlife
and Game Association, probably.
The only thing, is there ever a thing called overpopulation?
Yeah, that's the deer. That's why you have hunting season. Yes, I get that, but what about the geese? I don't know. They are mean little fuckers.
And they shit everywhere.
I've got chased by them before.
Have you?
Yeah, they almost bit me in the ass.
Really?
Uh-huh.
When was this?
Years ago, I was on vacation with the kids, and my girlfriend and I had, I only had my one son at the time.
Yeah.
She had her daughter. We were coming back from the pool, and we locked ourselves out.
Of what?
Where
were you?
Virginia.
Okay.
of the townhouse we were staying in. So we walked around back to the sliding glass door to see if it was open. And the geese were back there.
Yeah.
One didn't like it. Totally went flying after me. Like,
no shit.
Started flying and went straight after me, and I was running. Meanwhile, my girlfriend's laughing her ass off.
It is funny to watch somebody.
It is funny, but I was like, oh my God. Like, I got completely scared.
There was a video, like, people getting attacked by animals. Sometimes it's scary. Like, there was just a video the other day of a girl going out her front door and getting attacked by a raccoon. Like, it's attacking her leg.
Oh, wait.
She's screaming, and her mom comes out and grabs
TikTok.
it. And throws. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's so fucked up. We see everything nowadays. Everything. Have you ever had, now, Angie, who we've gotten to know over the past few podcasts here, her boyfriend, Kevin Foodie, is here tonight.
Hello.
And I'm excited because a lot of things happen in the sports world. Kevin's got a big sports brain and loves to gamble. But what about, ever been attacked?
I love that preface, and loves to gamble.
Well, gamble like me, like $1 here, $1 there on
it was a goose.
You got chased by a goose?
Kind of. We were playing golf in North Carolina. Yeah.
Anything
driving.
that starts there on a golf course, you know you're going to get attacked.
I was in the driver's seat, and we had a random fourth guy. You know how you get the random.
Yeah. Hanging around.
Yeah.
Nobody knows him.
Yeah.
He was pretty
need
cool.
a fourth?
Yeah, we were just driving down the car path, and this goose comes just flying at him, and he just stuck his foot out and kicked it. Yeah.
No shit.
Didn't kill it.
Now,
You know, it just.
I was attacked by a goose as a kid, but not a Canada geese. I went with neighbors. They were older. They were grandparent people. Right? They were very kind and nice. And so they took me to whatever friend of theirs. And this goose came up, and I was screaming, and it's pecking at my chest.
What?
Trying to bite my nipple.
Oh
I was
my
a little
God.
kid. Like, I had panic attacks. Now, I've gone out in the kayak. Swans get fucking nasty, man.
Yeah, they're
big.
not
Ooh,
nice.
they get nasty.
They're not nice.
No.
Swans are not nice.
And I remember, I've never been attacked by any wild animal, like out of nowhere, you know, and usually that would be rabbit. But I remember going in my garage, because we were in a really rural area, because my job was to take the garbage out. And I get down there, and I see a possum curled up on top of the garbage.
Oh, hell no.
And I thought it was dead. So I go running back upstairs, and I get my old man, right? I go, Dad, there's a dead. He comes out with a shovel. He goes to scoop it. That thing jumps up. They play dead. Jumped up and scrambled. The two of us screamed and ran. And then there was a time my dad always loved going to St. Augustine, Florida. I don't know. So we were all there. I want to say like the Easter break, because they were teachers. So we're down there, and there's a dock that goes out. We can see an alligator that's come up and is sunning itself. My father goes, "Hey, want to see if we can get down there?" So we start walking down this incline, right? Because there was a dock that went out way up high. So we're walking down, and that thing jumps up and shoots back into the water. My father practically stepped on my head to get back up on top of the hill. He's like running me over. Yeah, but I've never been. I got bit by a dog, but other than that, nothing wild.
You don't have to be fast. You just got to be faster than the slow guy.
That is true. And I used to, when I would go run and stuff, sometimes you'd have dogs like in rural areas, right? Farm dogs should come walking, barking and rah.
Yeah.
And I was always told you got to, almost like a bear, you got to get bigger than them and scream and yell.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works.
My parents have a pond in their backyard. They keep their little dog on a leash at all times because there's been a gator that will come out of that pond.
They're down in the Carolinas.
Right, South Carolina.
Yeah.
They got a
don't
pool
mess-
too.
Pools. Yeah, pond's better for you. Yes.
Pond's better for you. Why?
Oh, come on. Caddyshack.
Oh. You read once in a while, woman in South Carolina walking her dog on the golf course. Mm-hmm. Gator comes up. She goes to save it. Gator eats her.
Gator eats her?
Gator grabbed her, dragged her into the water, and the dog's found running around
I've
with a
never
leash.
heard that story before.
That's it. I'm going to tell you right now.
I've heard that.
Woman saves dog from alligator.
I heard about a guy who put his hand, he almost lost his hand because the alligator had taken
South
his
Carolina
dog.
woman killed
and
by
he
alligator.
Opened the alligator's mouth.
Here we
His
go.
name was Chubbs.
Here we go. You ready?
What?
That's
okay.
funny.
Did that go? That went over my head.
That was Happy Gilmore.
Oh,
right,
yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
Attack on Hilton Head Island. The gator attacked a 45-year-old woman this morning as she was walking her dog.
This is 4 years
Mark
ago.
Strassman now has more from the Low Country.
Oh, I used to be on stations in Low
happened
Country.
when 45-year-old Cassandra Klein went for a morning walk with her dog inside the Sea Pines Resort. When they got to this lagoon, authorities say a 9-foot alligator came out and lunged for the dog. Klein tried to protect her pet, and that's when the alligator attacked her instead. Witnesses say the alligator dragged Klein underwater. Her body was found in the lagoon. Her dog was unharmed.
Typically, they don't come up on land to go after their prey because an alligator is going to stay in the water where he's comfortable at.
Alligator attacks are rare, but
Bullshit.
in South Carolina, this is the second
So you
gator
say,
attack
sir,
in
do you? Well, I don't think
A
so.
90-year-old woman who wandered
Yeah.
away from a Charleston assisted living facility
Wait.
was found dead in a pond.
This is another
with
one?
Alligator bites.
Yeah.
Since
90-year-old woman, you know what? They just went,
20 people across the
oh,
state.
God, tastes horrible. This
Smells
shit,
worse.
This went bad.
little dusty.
This went bad. That's terrible. That is so, like, you live 90 years and it's a fucking alligator that takes you out?
Yeah,
Come
no
on.
shit.
Right? Out of all the things, an alligator takes you out. I didn't realize that woman was only 45.
That sucks.
Well, it's terrible.
That is horrible.
Wouldn't you just let the dog go? You got to let the dog go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to let the dog
She
go.
probably had no idea that this alligator was going to. Don't look at me and shake your head, Kevin. She probably had no idea this alligator was going to take her down like that, though. Stop.
I'm sure not, but that would be.
I'm telling Kevin, my BF, to stop because he knows that I have a little dog that I'm
Oh,
absolutely.
you do have a.
I'm absolutely enamored of. I think he's the best thing on the planet.
Alligators would love that, man. You know what that's called?
Snack.
Hors d'oeuvre.
Jeez.
It would be. It's an alligator d'oeuvre. You got to be careful down there. The dog's going.
Yes, the dog
Yeah.
is going.
That
I
would-
mean, it looks like a hot dog, so.
there it is.
He wears a hot dog outfit at Halloween.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not like, and you know what? You wouldn't find any remains.
No.
90-year-old woman, but a dog, delicious.
Yes.
Oh,
Probably.
it's so good. So good. All right. When we come back, big things happening. The Buffalo Bills, projected to be Super Bowl contenders, we'll say, at the beginning of the season. Here we are going into, is this week 13? Week 14?
14.
14. And the news, not so good with one player in particular, Von Miller.
Yep.
And what does that mean for their Super Bowl hopes? We'll find out what Foodie thinks next. Guinness, 260 years in the making. Now, all jokes aside, I like my Guinness in the can. Why? Because it comes as a pint. With the nitrogen right in there, perfect pour. I learned how to do this on the Guinness website. Oh, yeah. Can you hear it? You can hear it. Can you taste it? No, but I can. Smooth, creamy, delicious. Guinness.
Leave Bill voicemail anytime at 585-206-8866.
Bill Moran, you are the fucking best. Oh, shit. I just swore again. Get the dog. Love you, Billy.
And be sure to like and subscribe to Billified wherever you get your podcast.
We tried, Foodie brought over the Guinness. Do I have the can near me? No, I don't. The Nitro Cold Brew Coffee Guinness, which I thought was delicious.
Tastes like ass.
Then Angie took a mouthful, and I go, God, I wish we were on there. She looked like a little kid tasting caviar. It's like ugh. But it was, I love that, man. Have you ever had it? I've
No.
never had it.
Actually
I've
got
seen
it by mistake, too.
and I kind of went, and then I tasted it. Man, that is some good stuff.
You should see when she drinks Jameson.
Oh my God, I want to die.
Really?
Oh, I can't. It's like gas. If I had like a lighter, I would like
No.
like a clown. Yeah, can't stand that stuff.
Actually, that's a freak. There may be clowns in 315, but usually that's the
Don't even.
freak show.
He's a 315, and we have this argument though, because he's Syracuse.
That ain't
Legit.
315. That's not 315.
That's not 315. I'm cow tipping country.
Yes.
You're
Or
city,
Ridge.
you're city folk.
But the